Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered what it's doing up there? What if I told you the moon has a secret nighttime hobby that helps bring sweet dreams to children everywhere? A long time ago, when nights were quieter and the sky was much clearer, the moon ruled the sky like a gentle king. Every night, he lit up the world below with his silver light. The trees swayed peacefully. Birds tucked their heads under their wings, and children drifted into sleep under his calming glow. The clouds weren't his enemies. And when the night comes again, the moon is happy to play hide and seek with them. He loves to watch them twirl and dance across the sky. And he loves how their game helps bring sweet dreams to children everywhere. He saw a little girl looking up at the sky. He knew he wasn't just a ball of rock in the sky. They're not fighting, they're just playing. And they want you to close your eyes and drift gently into a peaceful sleep over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, when the nights were long and cold, and the days were dark and old, and the fire burned low and the wind blew cold. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. He was a friend to children, bringing them dreams and wonder every night. And he knew that his nighttime hobby was more than just a game. It was a way to connect with the world below, to remind everyone that even in the darkest night, there's always a little bit of magic left. She had bright, curious eyes and a big smile. "Why do the clouds move?" she asked her mother, pointing to the moon peeking out from behind a fluffy white shape. Her mother looked up and smiled. "That's the moon, my love, playing a game with his cloudy friends. Can't you hear them giggling up there?" The little girl giggled, too, and clapped her hands. "I hear them! I hear them!" she said, her eyes sparkling with joy. They were his friends. He would often look down at the earth and see the children sleeping under his light. He would think about how his soft, silvery glow helped him dream. He loved being a moon, and he loved his nighttime hobby. They helped make the night magical. The game continued until the first light of dawn began to touch the horizon. As the sky started to turn pink and orange, the clouds grew thin and wispy. The moon knew it was time to rest. "I'm sleepy," he yawned, and the clouds whispered, "Time for bed." They snuggled close to the moon one last time, hiding his face with their soft, cool touch. And then the sun rose higher and higher until he was awake. The clouds parted to let him shine, and the moon waved goodbye to his cloudy friends. He watched as they floated away, looking like white feathers scattered on blue silk. Then he did something very special. The moon took a deep breath and sent a tiny bit of his cool, calm light into each cloud. The clouds glowed softly, like tiny white lanterns floating in the sky. And the moon hoped that the children below saw the dancing clouds and smiled in their dreams. But the moon had a little problem. The clouds! The clouds would often gather together, thick and fluffy, and float right in front of the moon. Whenever they came, his light would disappear, and the night would become a little darker, a little lonelier. One night, the moon finally spoke. "Why do you always cover me?" he asked. "Why do you hide my light every night?" The clouds chuckled softly. "We're not trying to hide your light," they said kindly. "We just want to play. Come, let's play a game." The moon tilted slightly. "A game? What kind?" "We'll try to hide you," the clouds said, "and you try to shine through us. Let's see who wins." The moon smiled. "All right," he agreed. And so, the game began. The moon shone brightly, but the clouds drifted in front of him, blocking his silvery glow. Then the moon peeked out from behind a cloud like a little sliver of moonlight cheese, and the clouds rushed to cover him again, giggling softly as they played their game of hide and seek. The moon loved playing this game with the clouds. It tickled him to see them scurry around, trying to block his light. He chased them around the sky, and they chased him. Sometimes the clouds would gather close, making a thick, dark blanket across the moon. In those moments, the moon felt a little scared. The darkness felt heavy and cold, and he missed the warmth of the sun. When that happened, the moon would call out to the clouds, "Hey, I can't see! I can't see!" And the clouds would rush away, hiding for a moment so the moon could peek through. The moon loved when that happened because then the night wouldn't be too dark, and the children below could still see his silvery light. Little by little, the moon realized something. Now, whenever the moon sees these glowing clouds during the day, he knows his cloudy friends are playing. After the moon finished his nightly game of hide and seek, one day, while the moon was playing with the clouds, from that day on, whenever the moon saw the little girl, whenever you see the moon hiding and peeking out from behind the clouds, don't worry. The end.